Welcome to episode 90 of Let's Play Civilization 3 Play the World. Now, as you remember, we just captured Bejing. So, that was the very first thing we did in this new second war with the Chinese. Now, what we didn't do was prepare our border cities for the war. War isn't as simple as just declaring it on somebody and attacking. You have to prepare yourself in the event that they fight back. And I'm pretty sure the Chinese have the capacity to fight back. So what we're going to do here is first first get some troops down there to help defend the border cities. Because the AI knows, oftentimes, where to attack. They'll shoot straight for your weakest city. So it's better not to have a weakest city. Alright. Especially that city of mine that used to be a Japanese city back in the ancient times. It's not one of our core cities. Nagoya, see that? It's not one of our core cities, but it might as well be, because it produces a lot of shields each turn, so it's pretty important to us. Alright, so we'll capture that worker. And we're not going to go after those workers there. Likewise, we're going to take our workers and get them out of this area. We don't want any opportunity for the Chinese to capture any of our workers. So anyone who's here will be moved. The great thing about the Chinese cities is look how close they are to the capital. Most of them, I think, will be at least somewhat productive once they're under our control, which is going to be a great asset to us. Now send these workers off to work somewhere else. Alright. All my troops in Entremont will fortify to quell the resistance in that city. That very unhappy city. Alright, time to take out this battleship for some damage. You haven't seen me use my navy much, and you probably won't for this war, but I have 2 battleships in the area, so while they're here, why not use them? That's what I say. So we're going to use those battleships. Now I want to get rid of this tank. And you think that would be easy, but as you see, not so. The Chinese aren't happy. Of course, why should they be? So we're moving on with our various automated workers, completing the tasks that I set them out to do. In some cases, there are probably a few workers that I set to automate back in video 10 or something that are still automated. Of course, there's no way I will ever know. Now, this whole stack of bombers that had been bombing Entremont every turn for the past, 30 videos or something, I'm splitting them up into 3 groups. One group is staying on the Celts, and the other 2 groups are going to be focused on the Chinese. Now, until we make further advances against them, the Chinese are still dangerous because they have resources required to make tanks and other units. Resources of which we will deprive them very soon. But until then, expect them to remain a threat. Alright. Set you all to automate. And we'll get this guy. Alright. And yes, he is gone. And I'm sending all my new tanks to Bejing to help protect it. Because we all know how much it needs the protection. Alright. Now moving more tanks down there yet. Make sure there's no chance the Chinese will take it back, because then it will be almost impossible to grab it back quickly. Of course, with any two-front war, we won't run the risk of overextending ourselves. But this time, I think we can handle it. I mean, things might not move as quickly in either front as before, but I think it will move decently well. Like when I was fighting the Mongols, I will be splitting up my tanks 1 to 1 to go to each front. And before you know it, we shall have good control. Alright, Celts and Arabia signed a peace treaty. Not a big deal to me. Right, oh, here come the Germans. And who thought the Germans would actually be helpful? But they're getting rid of some of the Chinese tanks that are around here. Alright, so here they come. And here comes this guy. Whoever thought we'd be fighting with the Germans? But we are. So there we go. Thank you, Germany, for getting rid of those two guys. Now watch the Korean territory. Watch it carefully. Something is about to happen. You see it? They are now down to just 2 cities. Korea and South have signed a peace treaty. Yeah, there's really no need for those two to be fighting anyway. Koreans have enough problems as it is. Oh, they got my worker. Oh well. Oh look, they're sending out 1 measly tank to try to recapture their capital. They do manage to destroy one of my tanks, but is that really going to stop me? Nah. Well, here come the Chinese to try to fight back. And as you can see, they're attacking my tanks right there. They killed one already. They're going after it again. And, geez, they killed a second one. And what do you know, a third one is down. These guys really aren't messing around. A fourth. We're getting decimated over here. Jeez. These Chinese are turning out to be the most fierce counteroffensive forces we've encountered so far. Who would have thought? But I can understand their anger. We did take their capital city after all. I mean, how would you feel if you woke up tomorrow and Washington, D.C., London, or, whatever is the capital of your country was taken over by enemy forces? I imagine you would be pretty bad, or pretty mad, I should say. I should also mention Ottawa, because I know I have Canadian viewers as well. And, well, we're going to pretty much keep the ass kicking to the next video, with the exception of shooting at this guy right now, and just taking a brief look around. But really, that's all for this video, so hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time on video 91. So long.